Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time. It's been a long time. I think it's been almost like 2 years. I am so sorry. You know how life just be lifing? Yeah, I mean, not in a bad way all the time. Sometimes it's in a good way, but I've been through so many transitions since the last time I talked to you guys, and so of course I'm back to give you guys updates and let you know how life is going. But while I was doing that, I was going to do my hair. I'm going to kill two birds with one stone because it's been a while, and why not? So let's get into it. Okay, so as you guys know, my very first video that went like double platinum was me telling you guys and being super vulnerable about a big secret I was hiding for a long time. And it was that I had failed out of nursing school. Can you believe that was me? Like, can you guys believe that in 2019, I think it was, or was it 18? And if you're new to my channel, I was in nursing school. I was going into my senior year and I had failed med-surg and maternity simultaneously. It was a mess. If you didn't watch the first video, go back and watch it, okay? And if you laugh, it's okay because it's in the past and I was laughing too. But now, since the last time I talked to you guys, I graduated from nursing school, passed my NCLEX in 75 questions, and I landed my first nursing job in a pediatric ICU. I no longer work there. That is a whole different story. And if you guys want that horror story, let me know. Comment. Let me know if you want to hear it, because it was a horror story. And I was going to say I'm not dramatic, but I am dramatic, but I'm not even exaggerating. It was a horror story. I've transitioned twice since then, and I am now a NICU nurse. And I love it. I love the babies. I've always wanted to be a NICU nurse. It was just something I've always wanted to do since before the beginning of time. I finally feel like I'm where I belong. I finally feel like this is something that I enjoy doing, and no matter how busy or crazy my nights are, I'm just always rewarded because I just love babies. I love neonates. I love to learn about their disease processes or different type of interventions we can do for them if they're in respiratory distress, different types of things that moms come in with during pregnancy or even after pregnancy. It's just really interesting to me, and I'm just so thankful that I'm finally where I want to be. And it did take some trial and error. So maybe I should start curling my hair. I graduated from nursing school. I got my ADN, and I went and took my NCLEX, I want to say like 4 or 5 weeks later. And my tip to anyone who is currently in nursing school and you're thinking about waiting 3 months, don't do it. You're going to forget everything. Take your NCLEX as soon as possible. Of course, study and do all the things, but take your NCLEX as soon as possible. Any boards that you're studying for, take them as soon as possible. You know the material, just keep going over it and take your NCLEX as soon as possible, because I think that's what helped me. I used UWorld and Mark Klimek to study. I don't know if it's Klimek or Klimek, but I used him, Mark K. And at the time I was lucky because that was before they took all the videos of him off of YouTube because it was like heavily copyrighted. I didn't know. I wasn't aware until after the fact. So I passed, and glory to God. I'm just so happy. It was a long journey, and now I have been a nurse for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in July that I've actually been practicing as a nurse. It'll be 2 years in June that I've been licensed as a registered nurse, and I am just so excited. I am currently working on my bachelor's, and I just have to say all glory to God, because there was a time when I really thought that I would never be a nurse. Like, I just was like, I really should curl my hair, right? Because I'm just sitting here talking to you guys, and I actually do have to go out, so whatever. I thought that there was a time that I was gonna have to give up on my dreams, but God was like, not so. And I'm just so thankful. And that's my advice to anyone who is currently in nursing school or going into nursing school or any program, and who is struggling right now, and you think that like it's impossible for you to get to the other side. I am a testimony, a living, walking, breathing testimony of what the other side looks like. So that is a quick spiel on where I am now. And so I actually started out in a pediatric ICU in the inner city. I love the population. It was a lot, obviously, as a new grad. And you know what? It wasn't even so much that it was a lot as a new grad. It was the culture of the unit. And the unit culture was horrible. Like, you couldn't pay me $1 million to work there. The unit culture was just horrible. And the managers and even the educators that I thought, you know, they were amazing people, the educators. But they were so used to the unit culture being that way, filled with bullies, and not too much on my leave out, you guys. It's just a little bit back there. I just wanted to straighten it. Everybody was just so complacent with the fact that the unit was full of nurse bullies. And, you know, I get it. You've been on a job for, you know, a long time, and a lot of new grads are coming in through COVID education and all the things. But some of the things had nothing to do with the fact that we were new grads, and had everything to do with just being mean and nasty. Just comments about people's race, comments about people's appearance, certain things that had nothing to do with nursing whatsoever. And so it just cannot be justified. And I will say that that job had me miserable. That job had me rethinking being a nurse altogether. And I almost said to myself, like, I don't want to do this anymore. And that is another word of advice I have for you. Whether you're at work, at home, in a relationship, wherever you are, if you feel like you're losing your freaking mind and you're starting to question who God said you were, you need to leave. You need to leave. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. I don't want to hear it. Nope. Because you're already thinking, like, well, what? No. I said no. Stand up. Okay? So, I left that job, and I ended up working outpatient. And I loved my outpatient job. It was great. But for personal reasons, I moved forward with the NICU position, and the outpatient job is now my per diem job, which is great. I love the people. The people were awesome. Like, when I went to that job, I realized that it wasn't me, it was the workplace. So I will give you guys a whole story about that. If you guys want to know the whole entire story, you know, the whole debrief and everything about that, just let me know. And I will do a whole video dedicated to that, because I have some things, okay? I have notes that I kept. Emails on emails that I kept, because it was just a horrible place to be. 0 out of 10 would not recommend for anybody, whether you're a senior nurse or a baby nurse. So as I said, I currently work in a level 3 NICU. So we see anything from feeder growers and babies that just need to grow, gain weight, learn how to eat, to babies who are very, very, very tiny. My youngest, tiniest patient to date was 24 weeks and 3 days. And she was born 15 ounces only. And she is my little pumpkin. Just to work in the NICU has been so rewarding for me, not just because it's something that I've always wanted to do, but because when I see these babies survive, it shows me that God still works miracles. Like, when you see situations in healthcare, whether you're a nurse, a CNA, a rad tech, even if you do EVS, you witness these things, you know what I'm saying? And you see the goodness of God. Like, certain things should not be, and certain things cannot be explained by science, because if we were to base everything off of statistics and science and all of the things, a lot of people should not be here today. But when I see God at work, and I see babies grow, and I see, like, you know, they were supposed to not live. This is what the doctors are saying. And, you know, all of their vital signs and all of their labs and everything are pointing to them not living. And then months later, they're alive. And I just have to say, like, I just thank God every single day that I'm able to see him at work, see his hand. And I love what I do. I do love what I do. The culture, awesome. Every job has its pros and its cons. I'm not going to lie to you and say that nursing is perfect, because it's not. I will say that being a nurse has showed me that, showed or shown? I think it's shown. Being a nurse has shown me that as a nurse, you are everything. You are dietary, Well, not really for me because my babies don't eat food. Well, I still mix their bottles, so. You're dietary, you're a social work, you are a respiratory therapist sometimes. You are all of the things that nobody told you in nursing school. And we are overworked and we are short-staffed. But if you work in a unit, in a specialty, whether you want to work in a specialty or not, that you do genuinely love and are very interested in learning and are open to learning, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. My preceptor that I had in the NICU, love her. Love her. Even my preceptor's friends, love them. I love everybody on the unit, but I had an amazing preceptor. Amazing. I just loved her. I loved all of the nurses that helped me during orientation, and all the nurses that I'm working on night shifts with now. Like, night shift is a whole, it's just a huge adjustment and has been a huge adjustment for me. But you get paid more, and once you get a flow, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Because listen, I am very much a day person. I wake up super early, 6 o'clock, unprovoked, nothing to do. I just wake up and start my day because that's how I am. But I work night shift now, and I do like the night shift pace. Do you guys love these curls or what? Do you love them or what? Yes or no? Okay. As long as you guys love them, because I love them. This hair, this is a whole see, everything is just a different video because if I got into everything I wanted to talk about right now, we would never finish. So that's a whole different video. So if you want to know where I got this hair from, this is 3 bundles of 26 inches, and it's tape-ins at the top. My cousin does my hair. Love her. She's the only person that touches my hair right now. Yeah, I love this hair. It was awesome, and you wouldn't even guess where I got it from. I almost didn't even guess I got it from here. I thought that they sent it from somewhere else and just lied and said it was where I got it from. So yeah. As I was saying, I love it. There are things that you see that frustrate you. There are things that, you know, will piss you off. You do get tired. You do get overworked. But ultimately, I do love what I do. And it took for me to switch jobs to figure that out and to grow as a nurse. And I'm still growing as a nurse. And there's a lot of times that I go into work and I feel like I'm relearning everything. I don't know what's going on. And you learn together as a unit. Anybody that's not teachable, don't trust them. You should be teachable until the day that God calls you home. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how long you've been in the profession. You know, you might have a lot of experience, and that's great. But things change, things evolve, especially in the healthcare field, and you should always be teachable. Being a nurse, it has its ups and its downs. It's funny because me and my friends, we often talk about how we don't want to be nurses until we're in our 50s. And you know, we fought to be here, but nursing is not at all what it used to be. They don't pay you always what you're worth, and it's just not something that I want to retire doing full-time at least. So that realization, you know, I came to that realization as soon as I graduated and started working, that this is not something that I plan to do for the rest of my life full-time. Part-time, per diem, great, but definitely not full-time. Just because healthcare is going downhill. And even from what I saw, because you know I went to nursing school twice. So even from my first set of clinicals, when I first went to nursing school when I was a baby, 18, 19 years old, I'm 26 now, and I've seen the transition from when I first started going to clinical and things like that. And then the second time I went to clinical, and then obviously COVID has a lot to do with it. But just in general, nurses aren't as appreciated. And I've been seeing a lot of things on social media about people just abusing, using, and mistreating nurses. I recently saw a TikTok about a woman I can't even say it because it's just ridiculous. But I recently saw a video about a woman punching an L&D nurse because she didn't want to be touched during labor. And the nurse was, you know, checking the fetal heart. And that just kind of let me know that we're going in the wrong direction. And so go into nursing, but go in with the mindset that You need to do what you love. Don't let anyone tell you not to go into a specialty right after graduation. Because the thing is, people want new grads in specialties. That's what they have residency programs for. They are more likely to hire a new grad into a residency program, into a specialty, than they are a person who has experience, because they feel like the person with experience can't really unlearn what they've already done or learned in a different specialty. I found that problem a lot. I feel like where I was before I got this job that I'm at now, people wanted me to enter into another residency program as opposed to hiring me as a nurse with experience. And so right out of nursing school, go into a residency, specialty of your choice. I would just do it, because the thing is, why not? If you know what you want to do and God put it on your heart and you feel so strongly about it, just do it. That's my advice to you. Just do it. Being a nurse is worth it. It's rewarding. It provides a nice lifestyle if you are a good steward over your money, if you are financially mature. Nurses do make good money, but a lot of nurses live above their means. And so a lot of people have been talking about, oh, do nurses even make good money anymore? They do. But I think a lot of people, when they graduate from nursing school, they go and they buy a Benz. No shade to you. I would love to buy a Benz. But if I bought a Benz, that would just not make any sense for me financially, at least not right now. So I would just totally recommend, when you graduate from nursing school, I'm not saying living below your means. I live at my means, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say I live below my, no, I don't. I live at my means, right here. My means are here. That was a little too low. My means are here, I live here. Sometimes a little bit like that. But wait, my means are over here, right here. So my means are here, I live here. Sometimes I go like that. But I get myself back together. And sometimes you gotta stay down to come back up. And that's okay. But if you live above your means, you'll never have any money, whether you're a millionaire or not. And that's just the reality of it. So that is pretty much it. That's what I wanted to talk about with you guys. Again, like I said, if you guys have any suggestions, if you want me to go more in detail about the first job that I had as a nurse, please let me know. I would love to give a story time. I think that I've healed. Really, I feel like that was such a horrible time in my life that I'm surprised I made it through. Again, the grace of God. So if you're in nursing school, you're thinking about going to nursing school, or you just graduated, please know that it gets better and it is worth it. On the other side, life is a lot different. I don't know why that piece of hair is being so disrespectful right now. Life is a lot different on the other side, but take care of yourself always. Don't forget to take care of you. And like I said, ditch the toxic people. Ditch them. I'm talking to you. Get rid of them. And if you're thinking about a person in your head when I said that, and you think I'm not talking about that person, well, why did you think about them? Why did you think about them? Yeah, ditch them. I think that makes life a lot easier. I have lost a lot of friends throughout the process, just with God elevating me. So as I graduated, started working, moved, all the things, I lost friends. Plural. I have a lot of story times. So, like I said, if you guys want an apartment tour, because I want to do that too. If you guys want to hear about my first job horror story, what I did to pass my NCLEX, and what it's just like being a nurse, or just a day in the life, let me know. Comment down below. If you're new, thank you for watching to the end. I love you. I love you guys all. And I can't wait to talk to you guys again. As always, like, comment, share with your besties, and subscribe. And I will see you guys soon.